Hi, today I'll be coding a solution to this challenge, namely CSS this pattern in under 200 bytes. We're going to start with a background size, so that's going to be something like 8 ems. We're going to put all styles on the HTML element, so we're going to have background, linear gradient, 90 degrees. So this goes towards the plus of the x-axis, and here we're going to use the first color up to 50%, and then we're going to have a sharp transition to black. And then we're going to set the background size, and we're only going to set it horizontally because we don't really need to set it vertically as well in this particular situation. Next, we're going to have a radial gradient on top of this, and we're going to use pretty much the same, except we're also going to set the background size vertically, not just horizontally. One thing I don't really like here is those jagged edges right there. So we're going to use calc 50% plus 1 pixel. Okay, let's align stuff nicely. Okay, now first hint that I had right there is my taming blend modes article, difference and exclusion. Difference in this case, so if both layers are identical, then the result of blending them using this blend mode is going to be black. If one layer is black, the result of blending it with another layer is going to be that other layer. So let me just show you. So if one layer is black, the resulting layer is identical to the other layer. If both layers are identical, the resulting layer is black. So the conclusion here is wherever we have a red on red, the result of blending them is going to be black. Wherever we have a red on black or black on red, the result of blending is going to be red. Okay, so let's say background blend mode, difference, and you can see it. But we don't really want to have black right there. We want to have this dark blue right here. So we're going to use another blend mode that I've used in this demo right here, which I also coded in a video, and that's about an 8-minute video. You can check it out. It's going to be linked in the description as well as this demo. So here I use the lighten blend mode. The lighten blend mode puts in the result the channel with the higher value. So it goes for each of the 3 channels, red, green, black. It takes the one with the higher value and it puts that one in the result. In this particular case, the red has all 3 channels bigger than this dark blue, and this dark blue in its turn has all 3 channels bigger than those of black, which are all 3 0. Okay, so wherever we have this, let's say we have another layer, we can use any sort of gradient, linear, radial, conic, doesn't really matter. So we have that dark blue on top, so we're going to use lighten, and this means that wherever you have that dark blue on top of red, we're going to have red, and wherever we have that dark blue on top of black, we're going to have that dark blue. Okay, so that's the result that we wanted. Now bonus, we're going to create another similar pattern as well. So let's we have those 2 panels, we have the color schemes right here. If you've seen my previous videos, then you know I like to do something like this for the layout, just to simplify things. So body, all div elements, display grid, and here we're also going to set on the body, we're going to set a grid gap, something like that, grid template columns, and we're going to have repeat auto fit. And if you don't know about this keyword, if you need a refresher, I wrote an article, cool little CSS grid tricks for your blog. It's going to be linked in the description, you can check it out. But for now, let's get back here. So we're going to use something like this. So something like that, and here we're going to set aspect ratio. We don't have autocomplete for this one either, so like this basically. And I wrote an article on aspect ratio as well. You can check it out, it's going to be linked in the description as well. Okay, now box shadow, 4 pixels, 4 pixels, so 13 pixels, so something like that. Border radius 5 pixels, for example, and we don't want to, we're going to use a pseudo element, and we don't want that one to overflow at those corners, at those rounded corners, so we're going to set overflow hidden right there. Okay, let's also set a background right here, and it's not going to be quite black, but it's going to be pretty dark, so something like that. Okay, let's make that less strong, so something like that. Okay, and now we're going to use a before pseudo element, right? So here we're going to have a background, and first off we're going to have a gradient that's very similar to what we have right here, so a linear gradient like that one, so like this, except here we're going to use that first color, so something like that. And of course we're not going to see anything unless we set the content property right here. Okay, so you can see it's starting to look like something. Let's say, so for example here we're going to set a background size something like 20%, and here on the before we're going to set background size, so something like that. Okay, so we have those stripes, and we're going to have source on top, so this is basically going to be our top layer, right? But this is something that will be setting on these layers separately. So here we're going to have a radial gradient, just like we have right here. Actually, we're not going to copy paste it. So we're going to use a radial gradient. And we're going to have a stop list, right? And the stop list, we're going to set it right here. So this one is going to be the first color up to 50%, and then we're going to have black and calc. So it's going to look like that, and here on the before, that source is going to be linear gradient and something like this. So here we're going to have, right, on a top layer, so something like that. Okay, and here we're also going to set the background size, so just for this one, right, so it's going to look something like this, and we're going to set, okay, so it's going to look something like that, and let's also, so we set it like that, and let's also set padding 20%, okay, and let's limit this to the content box. Okay, so you can see how it's becoming a bit different, and here we can set background blend mode to difference, right? Okay, you can see those changes. And here we can set the background to that other color, so like this. And we can also set mix blend mode, lighten. So, okay, you can now see the result as we wanted it. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm going to stop it here. This is what I wanted to show for today. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you like the work that I'm putting out since early 2012 and you want me to be able to do more in the future, please consider supporting it. You can do so by being a cool cat and becoming a patron on Patreon, or if monthly support is not your style, there's the possibility of one-time donations, or you can make me happy with a gift. The links to my Amazon wishlist are going to be in the description as well. Or you can at least share this to show the role what can be done with CSS these days, because honestly, I think it's pretty damn cool. In any event, thanks for watching, and until next time, bye!